Okay, let's see, I think... Let me call it... Why can't I type now? The Death Plague. Welcome to Plague Inc. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague called death. Setting my timer for the next break. See if we can kill the world before the next break. Before the next ad break. Select start location. Select the country to begin your plague. When you click on it, you can see more information. Pop the start bubble to confirm, or click on another country instead. Go for Saudi Arabia, because they tried to prevent my last disease from winning. Death has infected its first human. That would be so funny. Death has infected its first human. Weak but used to hot temperatures, it must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. 2 people infected. 3 people, 4 people. Pop orange DNA bubbles when they randomly appear to get a bonus DNA points, which you can use to evolve. Let's see, transmission. Do they have livestock? 7 DNA points. Hot climates, 9 DNA points. Arid environments. Evolve air. It's going to be 9 DNA points. 10 people. Death begins to spread. Death is spreading from person to person in Saudi Arabia and will grow exponentially. You can control the plague indirectly by evolving. Okay, let's do that. Gives pathogen ability to travel on dust particles, increases infectivity, especially in arid environments, and plane transmission. You have successfully evolved death. Evolve your disease. Achievement unlocked. You have spent DNA points to evolve your disease, and more options have opened up. Get more points by popping DNA and biohazard bubbles and infecting people. 18 people infected. Might also get like boat infection from here, because that's a big port, I think, for boat. So all their money comes from shipping oil. Yeah, as long as we keep getting money. I don't want to stop the money flowing. Okay. So, evolve. $133. To find out more about a country, research on bird flu not published. Death infects hundreds. Death has infected hundreds in Saudi Arabia, increases the chance that an infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. Also, having fresh warm water increases infectivity, especially in humid environments and ship transmission. So we want transmission by ship and air at the moment. 383. Can I spread it? No. It's like a whole warm corridor that the disease can spread in. Iran has been infected. Your disease has taken an important step in becoming a plague. When a new country is infected, pop the red bubble to get bonus DNA. Sweet. Iran. Death has infected thousands in Saudi Arabia. People are being infected faster and faster. 15,000, 20,000, 27,000. Researchers have calculated that it takes longer than expected for radioactive fluids with half-life for 3 years to pass through the valves. Reason unknown. Probably that my disease isn't actually making the news yet. Spread to a new country? Yeah, South Africa. Anything new? Something. Wealthy country. All kinds. Hot temperatures and climates. $220,000, $280,000, 88, 15. Red infect bubbles appear when you infect a new country. Pop them to get bonus DNA points, which you can use to evolve your. Spreading. Coughing symptom mutated. Death has mutated and developed the coughing symptom without using DNA points. Infecting more countries. Control where it goes by evolving transmission traits in the disease menu. 6 million. Australia 4. New Zealand 6. South Africa 95. Iran 480. Iraq 90. Middle East 2. Egypt 41. Okay, the transmission. People in cold climates especially vulnerable. Makes people irritable and less productive. See, more transmission. Do we want to start evolving a resistance? Death has infected more people in the world than TB. It is a very infectious disease. Oh, that's USA? It is in Mexico. Now death is beginning to spread around the world. Use the world's data menu bottom right to see which countries are not infected yet. Infected country. Okay. India, USA, Mexico. The Saudi Arabia infection rate is 25%. Okay. Iran was second. Still very low there. No one's closed any borders yet. It's good. That's my disease rate. Yeah. Sorry, France. World trade is about to take a nosedive. So more people are infected. Japan as well. New Zealand is a wealthy country with high quality healthcare. To spread it faster, you may need to evolve the drug resistance ability. Okay. In all climates. Class 1 and Class 2 antibiotics. Increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. Can't stop it. Can't stop it. Botswana. Now we need to evolve lethality, but 0 people dead. Everyone's infected. Rumors are spreading of a mysterious illness which is sweeping through Saudi Arabia. However, doctors find no evidence of ill health. Do not panic. Everything is calm. Nothing is method. Do not panic. Do not panic. Voters in the UK vote to leave the EU. Remainers are concerned that this could severely damage the UK, but Leavers claim that it will all be fine. Unclear when Brexit will actually happen. Okay, so let's start to do a bit of lethality. Cold climates. Fluid discharge through sneezing greatly increases the infection rate. Can be lethal. Can be fatal. Then DNA forms. In a normal checkup, a doctor in Saudi Arabia found a new disease which has been named death. It appears to be mostly harmless but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting a disease. Mostly harmless? Yeah, let's get some fatality then. Pathogens attached to lymphocytes, suppressing immune system and allowing significantly greater freedom of mutation. Severity, lethality. Some lethality. We might also need to work on more transmission methods as well, so it spreads faster than people start dying. Okay. Saudi Arabia is first to instruct doctors to begin research into a cure for death. Without greater funding, it's expected to take a long time. First death from death has been confirmed in Saudi Arabia. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible. Okay. So transmission to livestock as well. Rural regions and mutation. They have to start killing livestock if they want to contain my disease. Ah, there we go, starting to put my death counter up. 3,000 deaths. America, did we kill anyone there? One and then in Mexico. Death has infected more people in the world than HIV. It's an extremely infectious disease. So, this is evolved blood. Gives organism ability to spread through blood-to-blood contact, increases infectivity, especially in poor regions and populations. I want to just balance how fast we spread versus lethality. At the moment it's not very lethal, so that don't spend too much money on it. We want to get super lethal by the time there's like, maybe everyone in the world with the cold is a problem. And then it turns lethality up to the 9. Survivability in all climates. 66,000. Okay, there we go. South Africa is now getting super infected. Healthy people, it gets scarcer and scarcer. That was New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand needs some drug resistance. What's this? Harder to analyze in the lab. Decrease future research spending. There we go. Death has mutated and developed the total organ failure symptom without using DNA. But it might have the country start spending on the research. Not too careful. The more scary death becomes by hurting and killing people, the harder the humans will try to cure it. Tip: death becoming scary. Remember this when evolving your disease. Okay. So lethality we want to be last essentially. rural regions. Just spread. South Africa shuts down land borders. South Africa has become the first country to try to limit the spread of death by limiting access into and out of the country. Time will tell if this will work. Death has infected more people in the world than the common cold. It's the ultimate infectious disease. Okay, so they've locked land borders. The options. Decreases future research spend. Yeah. It's not worth death killing very fast. People are dying in Mexico faster than new people are being infected. Ah, that's the other challenge of disease. You want it to spread. Ah, okay. Might be alright. Killing people faster. New statistics show that death has killed over 75 million people worldwide. Worse than the Black Death. Because in Mexico, everyone is now infected. We are starting to see deaths, but not all the countries are infected yet. And 1%. Who is researching us? Let's click on that. So, India. Countries. 97% infected, 3% death. Research ranking 5. Active research lab. Okay. New statistics show that death has killed over 120 million people, worse than the Spanish flu. The Black Death, even though it didn't kill as many people as Spanish flu was at the time. I think the more, as a percentage of the world population, more people. Let's see. The regions, mutations. Urban regions and mutation. Yeah. Let's get the rats involved as well. Come on. Get the rats on our side. Death has been placed on the WHO watch list. Already dangerous governments are warned that it could become unstoppable. 5%. Whoa. Something they are actually spending on research. Killed 6% of the world population so far. 466 million. Infected 2.4 million. However, there's still a lot of countries that are not infected. New Guinea. Okay, let's spend some points on involving it. Pathogen develops resistance to class 3 and 4 antibiotics, increases effectiveness in wealthy countries. Do we need to spend more on transmission? Increase infectivity, especially in urban regions and mutations. Rodents directly susceptible to infection. Common flea susceptible to infection. Susceptible, not suspectable. Increases infectivity, especially in humid environments and ship transmission. Yeah, let's get ship transmission. It evolved the lethality one. What's this one? Neuropathic. Killed more than smallpox. 300 million worldwide. Indonesia, leading global cure effort. Indonesia has started to send research teams to infected countries, hoping to speed up development of a cure for death. Pop blue bubbles to destroy their research. Where they go. There are two ways to fight the development of the cure: evolve aggressive symptoms to destroy countries more noticeable, or evolve cure resistance. Yes, Death has mutated and developed the nausea symptom without using DNA. Okay. Let's get more spreading. Suspended in air for longer time. One, and then this. Pathogen bypasses air-water filters due to adaptive cellular shell, increases infectivity, especially in humid and arid climates, and plane ship transmission. Oh, there's my original country looking. 22 million dead. Death placed on watch list. Great name, great name. Normal life in Mexico is beginning to break down due to the cure research is starting to slow. 39 evolved a bit. Bypasses air water filters. So you can hover over it, or when you select it, it shows like a grayed out section that's gonna make the change, so increase infectivity, severity, or lethality. I think this is all lethality. This is transmission or infectivity. This might be severity, combination severity and lethality. Global research focused on cure. Research doctors all around the world are completely focused on developing a cure for that. Man, come on, infect more people in the USA. Russia. They can spend on research, man. Oh, research priority potential destroyed. We need to infect it's increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. 31 DNA points. Okay. So the USA has closed ports and airports. Whoa, they are shutting down, man. Okay, we need to get more land-borne infections. So we get to 39, there we go. Let me do this. Please be resistant. Cold climate, so we can go after Russia as well. Mexico is first to fall into anarchy due to death. No cure research can take place. Cure for death is 25% complete. No! 27%. Okay, now we are starting to get more infected. Russia cannot survive. Okay, let's evolve more resistance in cold climates. Which one is this? Bacterial shell impregnable further increases bacteria survivability in all climates. Okay, the USA is now starting to get a wave of infections. Who is spending on this? Might look at individual countries. So they were saying, was it Indonesia? No. Sorry. Let's go to Indonesia. Click on that one. There was 22nd. So what is this? Infected, dead, healthy. Cure requirement there. So as my disease evolved, I've moved the line for cure requirement. Research conducted. Come on. There we go. Yes. Infect Canada too. Infect Canada. Canada still got airports open. 27 points. More work needed to back to 33%. Wow, they're spending a lot on curing. More work, 32 points. Infectivity, severity, lethality. Genetic complexity standard, daily infections 39 million, average infections 17 million, daily deaths 50 million, average death. So we are killing them faster than we're infecting at the moment. There's problems in places like Canada. Death has mutated and developed the vomiting symptom without using DNA points. So the symptoms, the vomiting symptoms and stuff are... Oh, there we go, Russia's getting worse. I am going to evolve resistance. And... makes people irritable and less productive. Makes victims distrust of others, makes them unlikely to seek treatment or cooperate. There we go. People do not want your cures. Okay, Canada is now starting to get infected as well. Sweden is still totally unaffected, as is Norway. They've closed their ports. Oh man. Swelling can obstruct breathing and be fatal. Painfuls, increasing infectivity slightly. Yeah, so if you select one of these, it shows you which one it is evolving. I want to evolve more resistant cures. DNA or 37. Multiple strains. More work needed to develop a cure. South Africa is nearly completely dead. Symptoms. Decrease in red blood cells leads to hypoxia in the organs. More transmission, that's quicker. Hot climates, chance of mutation. Infectivity. As pigeons do. Birds become susceptible to infection. Avian carriers increase infectivity, land transmission, and mutation. And transmission. Approves human experimentation. Greenland has closed everything. Oh man, should infect Greenland. Oh, Sweden's been infected. And there's Norway. Do avian. All the animals are fighting against the humans. Russia approves human experimentation. Got 50 million citizens. Nope. A bottle broke in your lab. Sorry. Anarchist bombing in Iceland. Anarchists have orchestrated bombing campaign against the government in Iceland. Social tensions are increasing. Okay, so we are struggling if this is the cure rate. Still spending money. Someone. Russia, USA. Nope. Come on, Indonesia, we can't spend with that few people remaining alive. Spend money on researching a cure. We need to get into Greenland somehow. Cold climates. I need to research cold climate survivability. Chance, the cure for death is at 50% completion rate. Well, if we can help it, 4 million. Germany's government has fallen. Scientists are struggling to understand the extraordinary mutation patterns of death. WHO researchers say that this setback will damage cure efforts. Okay, let's bring that up a bit. Death has mutated and developed a pneumonia symptom without even DNA.